Hi guys, I'm Jordan from the Eva Rothwell Centre. I'm the program coordinator who will be here this summer for the Eva Rothwell Centre Camp at Home program. I'm standing here in the Literacy Express train where we get kind of lots of fun and we're able to do a lot of literacy-based activities. A lot of reading, writing, drawing, coloring, writing comics, storybooks, you name it. All can be done here on the awesome Literacy Express train. Located in the heart of Hamilton's North End, we are the one-stop shop for community members in need of support. Eva Rothwell Centre strives to provide the resources and support needed for the betterment of the lives of our community members, as well as the skills and tools required for academic and professional success. We have partnered with Telling Tales because they share this vision. Telling Tales promotes family literacy by connecting young readers to inspiring storytellers like the one I'm about to introduce. Thanks to our partners at Telling Tales, last summer we made a new friend named Tory Woollcott who was able to help out and visit us here on the Larry Paikin Literacy Express train. Tory is a professional illustrator and author and has written a fairy tale story about growing up with dyslexia and a really cool book about how the brain works called Science and the Brain. Tory loves Dungeons and Dragons, science, and comic books of all kinds. We had a lot of fun with Tory inventing crazy stories like one about a cat dragon that lived in a volcano. Tory showed us how we could illustrate those stories and how we can make our own booklets by folding and cutting paper. We had such a great time, we invited Tory back, this time through a video so that we can all be together no matter where we are. Over the course of these 4 videos, Tory will teach us how to create our very own comic strips. Tory is here with us through a partnership between Telling Tales and the Eva Rothwell Centre Camp at Home program. In this episode, Tory is going to introduce us to comics by showing us all the parts that we need to make our own comic strip story. Are you ready to get started? Let's check in with Tory. Hi Tory, it's great to see you again.
Hi Jordan, it's so nice to see you. It's a shame I can't be there in person, but I'm really excited to do these videos together, so it's going to be a lot of fun. So, for today's video, what I want to talk to you about is how to actually make a comic. Like, what makes a comic different than just a regular drawing, or different than what we call a prose story, which is when it isn't a comic. So, really, the thing that makes comics different than prose books and from anything else is that the story is told with pictures and words together. They're hanging out together. So that's about it, really. It's pretty straightforward. What I want to talk to you about first is the different things that you need to make a comic. Like, what do you need to have to make a comic? And honestly, it is a pencil and paper. A pencil and paper. And that is really all you absolutely need. The third thing is knowledge. And I'm about to give that to you. Because there are certain things within a comic that are important. And I'm going to tell you about them right now. So, the first thing we need to make something a comic is a panel. So, panels are these little frames that your story takes place in. So these are panels right here. And panels are super important. They represent a moment in time. They're where the story takes place. So, like, for example, in a knock-knock joke, when somebody knocks on the door and somebody says, "Who's there?" So it's knock-knock, who's there? That happens in a moment, in a panel. So you can decide if you want to have the knock-knock part be its own panel. Like this, you can have happen in one panel, and then the next panel the person can say who's there. That's your choice. You can do whatever you want. So that's the first part. The second thing is what I think is the unsung hero in comics. I think the unsung hero in comics is the gutter. Now, the gutter is the space between panels. This space right here, this is the gutter. This is the gutter. Gutters represent time passing. Gutters are really, really important. They represent that moment between things happening in the story. And I love them. I think they're very important, but I know that some people think they're not, but I think they're really important and you should pay attention to them. And then the next really important thing, and this is probably the most important and the most famous part of comics, is the word balloon. These are word balloons. Word balloons are where we put the words that the characters are speaking. So when a character is saying something, you put them in this little circle and then you draw this little tail that comes to the character so that you know who's speaking and what they're saying. It's very good. Word balloons do not just have to be that one thing. They don't have to be this one circle with a tail attached to it. You can have all sorts of fun with it. So let's say that we want to have a character saying something really energetic. We want them to be just completely losing their mind, very, very excited about something. Well, then we can add energy to it. So it looks like this. So we can have this very energetic yelling panel. Word balloon. You can have this big, energetic, yelly word balloon. Or if we want to have it be that somebody's thinking something, we do a little cloud around the outside of it. So that makes us understand that it's something that's happening inside someone's head, that they're thinking something. Another thing we can do is if we want it to look like, let's do this one over here. If we want it to look like somebody's whispering, you can do a kind of big word balloon with just tiny text. See what I mean? You can have all sorts of fun. Word balloons are really, really great. And then there was one more thing that I just put in because I think it's interesting and fun. And these are the rules of comics. If you want to make something a comic, you have to have panels, you have to have word balloons, you have to do that. But the other, and arguably the most important rule of comics, is that you can totally break the rules. You can do whatever you want because it is a free medium. You can have all sorts of fun. So if you want, you can also break your panels, like I did here with our donut friend. They are popping right out of the panel. They're just jumping out because I wanted to show that this was a huge, exciting, adventurous sort of moment where you realize that this person is actually a donut. I wanted that to be funny. So I made it pop out of the panel. So remember that even when you're playing in the rules of comics, there's so much room for you to have all sorts of fun. So let's make a comic together really quickly. Now, I am a really, really big fan of jokes. I like very silly jokes. So for this example, let's use one of my all-time favorite jokes. Why did the chicken cross the road? To get to the other side. So we're going to make that into a comic really quickly. So first thing, let's draw a panel. And this is something that I find really, really helpful. I like to write the words that are going to go into the comic first, so that that space is taken up, so that I don't have to erase anything when I'm drawing something later, so that I know how much space it's going to take up and I can draw my picture. So, why did the chicken cross the road? I am going to draw one of my favorite things. I'm going to draw a beaver. I think beavers are very funny. I like drawing them. So the beaver is going to be asking the question. Then we put the tail of the word balloon pointing to the beaver so we know who's talking. Why did the chicken cross the road? And then let's put a panel in here. And let's draw the person he's asking the question to. So let's have him asking a chicken, because I think that would be really funny. So we'll draw a chicken. The little, what are those called? Those things where the like hat the chickens wear? I don't know what those are called, but I think they're fun. Draw that. And I'm gonna draw the chicken like, what are you talking about? And let's do the chicken's like, what is this guy about? And then for our final panel, to get to the and this is the punchline of the joke. So let's make it a big word balloon. And let's break the panel a bit. go. And let's draw a road. And let's draw our chicken on one side. And the beaver on the other side. And there we go. We have a comic. We finished a comic already. It was super easy and super fun. I think that the most important thing to remember when you're making a comic is to have fun. Just have fun with it. Don't worry about anything. If you make any mistakes, it's what there are erasers for. So if you make a spelling mistake when you're writing your jokes out, don't worry about it. Just finish the comic, get it done. And then if somebody says to you, oh, you spelled this thing wrong, use your eraser, fix it. No problem. Very easy. So that was today's video. I just wanted to show you the different parts of a comic, and we're going to get into how to draw and how to have fun with colors and to do all sorts of stuff with the next few videos. I would love to see any drawings you do. So if you want to submit them so I can see them, you can do it in the Creative Club on the Telling Tales website. So that would be really, really fun. Also, there is a bookmark contest coming up that you can submit again on the Telling Tales website. You have until July 31st, and you get to put a design for a bookmark in, and it's really cool. And they announce the winners in the fall, so that'll be really, really cool. The next workshop that I'm going to do is about drawing things, so I'm going to teach you how to draw all the things. It's going to be really fun. If you have any questions at all, just submit them in the live chat part, and I will answer all of them in the final video that I do. Okay, have fun drawing, make comics, it's gonna be really fun.